Welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about setting up your web hosting. My name's Chris Badgett, co-owner of CodeBox and co-creator of the learning management system plugin for WordPress called Lifter LMS. So let's dive right into it. Let's get into hosting. Now, if you're just starting out, you probably want to go with a cheap shared hosting plan. So we're going to talk about how to get set up with that. But it's important to go over some different hosting options because there's a lot out there. One of the first things I would say is I would recommend buying your web hosting and your domain name at the same place if possible. It just makes things even simpler. And also, a lot of times when you buy web hosting, they come with one free domain name. So if we look at Bluehost here, which is what we're going to use in this course about how to build a WordPress website in a weekend, we can click on their products and you can see they have shared hosting, WordPress hosting, VPS hosting, and dedicated hosting. So VPS stands for Virtual Private Server, and dedicated is like your own piece of hardware at their hosting facilities. In most cases, you can actually just start with a basic shared hosting plan, and this is the one that I've used a lot in the past, is this plus plan, which comes with unlimited numbers of websites, and you can see it doesn't have a lot of the limits that the very cheapest starter plan has. And so for $6.95 a month with Bluehost, as of the time of this recording, you can get up and running with your website. Domain names normally cost in the neighborhood of $10 to $15, but as you can see here, when you buy this Bluehost hosting package, it comes with one free domain name. And it's also important to note here that once you have your shared hosting account, you can put an unlimited number of websites on that hosting plan. So you only have to buy hosting once if you're going to use shared hosting and plan on doing a lot of websites. Now, if they get high traffic or you get really advanced in your website, you might want to get into the virtual private server hosting or the dedicated hosting. But for just starting out, shared hosting is a great option. We also recommend Media Temple as a great company with great customer support. And if we look at their hosting packages, you can see it's similar. You've got shared hosting, VPS hosting, and dedicated hosting. So their shared hosting plan would be comparable to the Bluehost shared hosting plan. It's a little more expensive. They do have outstanding customer support, but as does Bluehost. So those are just two options to throw out there. There are other web hosting companies like GoDaddy and others that you can check out if you like. For this video, we're going to talk about setting up on Bluehost. All right, so in this example, we're going to get our web hosting and our domain name at the same time. So just for demonstration purposes, if I were going to get this Plus account, I would hit select, and then the website that we'll be building as an example in this course is going to be called WP Website in a Weekend.com. Now, then I'm going to just click Next. And you can see this is just the checkout page where I would enter all my information. If I want to get the $6.95 a month deal, I would have to buy 36 months at once, so I could select my deal. Oftentimes when you buy web hosting, there's all these like additional things you can buy. So I never need domain privacy because I'm not trying to hide. Like, people can look up who owns a website. It's called a whois lookup. If you want to hide your identity, you would want to keep that. The Site Backup Pro, that's probably a good idea, but I'm not going to get that in this case. And then this is a domain security thing. So I'm just unchecking all the kind of upsells there. If I want to add that stuff later, I would just call Bluehost and ask to add that to my account. And down here, I just enter my credit card information and hit Next. So I'm not going to do that right now because I've already got some Bluehost hosting for this demonstration. But it's that simple to set up your web hosting and get a domain name at the same time. So if you have any trouble purchasing your hosting, just call the hosting company that you're going to go with, and they can help walk you through it. You can do it all automated and just sign up online and enter your credit card details, but hosting companies are also in the business of selling hosting, so feel free to call them directly if you need any support.